A few years back, Dell and HP introduced their XPS and Spectre range to carve out a new market for premium, thin and light ultra-portables to a new crowd. Lenovo finally gatecrashed this party with the Z13 and its bigger brother the Z16, offering premium styling, recycled materials, AMD Ryzen 6000 performance and a new haptic touchpad design. Is it style over substance? Let's find out. As part of Lenovo's sustainability policy, the Z13 comes in 100% compostable packaging made from rapid renewable bamboo sugarcane fibre. It's a great step in the right direction. ThinkPads have always had a reputation for unremarkable styling, businesslike and black. They tore out the tried and tested philosophy by pushing the design of the Z13 in a new direction. There's two variants of the Z13, one in black recycled aluminium with silver sides, or our review model has the recycled vegan leather display lid with bronze coloured sides, reminiscent of the HP Spectre X360-15 I reviewed 2 years ago. The Z13 looks and feels utterly gorgeous, starting with the embossed Lenovo logo and debossed ThinkPad badge on the imitation leather lid. The military standard 810H tested chassis is made from recycled aluminium. It's extremely sturdy and well put together. The display lid is well protected and the same for the rigid keyboard deck. Recycled plastic is only found on the bottom cover and display bezels. The bronze accents around the case gives it an air of sophistication. Fingerprint marks are non-existent on this chassis. It weighs in at 1.29 kilograms or 2.84 pounds, similar to the competition in this ultra-portable sector. You can easily hold it with one hand and move it around without complaining about arm ache at the end of the day. To open the bottom cover, unscrew the 5 captive Phillips head screws and pry open the lid. Memory is soldered on, so bear this in mind at time of purchase. Models come in 16GB or 32GB dual channel configurations. There is a single M.2 SSD slot for storage. This uses the shorter M.2 2242 form factor and single-sided chip types due to the chassis limitations. Storage is limited to 1TB. The 51.5 Wh battery and WWAN card is removable, but the Wi-Fi card is soldered on. The Lenovo engineers have designed the webcam with electronic shutter, microphones and IR sensors into what they call a communications bar. It's a noticeable bump that nicely breaks up the leather display lid on the outside and raises the top bezel on the inside. Plus it has the added benefit of making it easier to open and close the display lid. Talking of bezels, the Z13 has ultra slim ones, giving it an almost 92% screen to body ratio. This review model has a 13.3 inch 2.8K WQXGA OLED 2880 by 1800 resolution with Dolby Vision, 400 nits, 100% DCI P3 low bright light display. The touchscreen has a glossy finish with an anti-reflective coating, but still attracts reflection in strong sunlight or harsh office lighting. With the OLED panel and 100% DCI P3 rating, colour coverage is fantastic, with very deep blacks and vibrant colours. Viewing angles are superb on the 16:10 aspect ratio screen. Totally suitable for graphics editors, content creators and office users. Screen brightness is rated at 400 nits. Most users will find it more than acceptable indoors or outdoors on shaded or cloudy days. There is slight PWM flickering depending on the brightness level due to the OLED technology. The Z13 has a new concealed twin hinge design. Opening the lid is possible with one hand with a smooth action. The downside with its hinge design, it only opens to a maximum of 135 degrees. Historically, ThinkPads have opened to 180 degrees flat. The touchscreen is highly responsive and works well with finger gestures or using a stylus like the Lenovo Precision Pen 2. There's an anti-smudge coating on the panel to avoid finding a cloth to rub off finger marks before an important meeting with a client. On the right we have a USB 4 Type-C port, power button, SIM slot, headphone microphone combo jack. On the left we have one USB 4 Type-C port which also acts as a charging port. Both USB 4 ports can be used for charging for convenience. We tested the USB 4 port to a Thunderbolt 3 eGPU dock with no issues. Wireless is provided by the Qualcomm WCN685X supporting Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2. On certain Z13 models like this one, there's a W WAN supporting 4G LTE Cat4. A nano SIM slot or eSIM is available for mobile connectivity. The 2x2 Wi-Fi 6E module works perfectly with a Wi-Fi 6 access point across a couple of rooms with high transfer rates. Bluetooth connected reliably to a Logitech mouse and a Bluetooth speaker over long periods. The 2-level backlit keyboard is a standard width keyboard with 1.35mm key travel, similar to the X1 Nano. The larger full-size keys give a comfortable typing action. Lenovo have finally changed the positioning of the control key to the left of the function key. Great for most touch typists, but die-hard ThinkPad users can change it back in the BIOS. Another puzzling layout change is the smaller up-down arrow keys, which now double up as the page up-down keys. For most business users, having to press function key and up-down keys to instigate page up or down will be a pain. The F9 key acts as the electronic privacy shutter for the webcam, and there is a dedicated fingerprint sensor key to the left of the left arrow. F10 and F11 are used to accept or reject Teams calls, and the F12 key is present to customize for a shortcut to open a frequently used web page, folder, or application. Overall, the keyboard is excellent for its size and weight. Yes, you can argue the larger ThinkPads will have deeper key travel and space for better layout, but most users will be more than happy with typing on this keyboard for extended periods. The Z13 has an all-new touchpad with haptic technology. The keys are simulated as the touchpad has no moving parts. There are no physical track point buttons or touchpad buttons. The main benefit is the larger surface area for your fingers to glide on. The glass surface is ultra smooth with multi-finger gestures executed perfectly. The haptic touchpad allows you to adjust the click force, click volume, touchpad feedback, and configure multi-finger gestures to name a few. The major downside of the buttonless touchpad design is the lack of tactile feedback, forcing you to look down to find where the mouse buttons or even the track point buttons would be to click on. What do you guys think of the new keyboard layout and haptic touchpad? Leave your comments below and remember to subscribe. The track point has thankfully stayed in the Z13. Lenovo have added a useful feature by double tapping the track point to bring up a quick menu. There are shortcuts to camera brightness and contrast, mute and presets for the microphone, finally to start Microsoft dictation to transcribe your speech in a notepad. The dual stereo Dolby Atmos tuned speaker system is positioned underneath the chassis due to its size limitations. Not ideal, but the volume from the speakers are warm with a nice balance and a touch of bass. Volume can get very loud without distortion, useful for meetings, presentations or some background jazz music. Audio is excellent for its ultra portable category. Here are some audio samples. The webcam has a 1080p lens with IR sensors and an e-shutter. It's flanked by dual AI-based noise-cancelling mics with Dolby Voice. The webcam quality is very good with good detail and different lighting conditions, thanks to the excellent image processing. Combined with the sensitive microphones, it's one webcam you can look at and sound good to your work colleagues. Lenovo have pre-installed a useful tool called Glance that can capture your head movement through the camera and makes your computer smarter and more efficient. For example, Glance's Privacy Guard feature can blur your displays when it detects someone looking at your screen. The digital wellness option can record how long you've been on your Z13 and warn you of incorrect posture too. This review model has a Zen 3 Plus AMD Ryzen 7 Pro 6850U 8-core processor running at 2.7 GHz base to 4.7 GHz turbo, supporting SMT hyperthreading 16 threads. Pro in the name is a professional version of the 6800U with additional management features and the Microsoft Pluton security processor. TDP is rated at 28 watts. Alongside the processor, 16GB of DDR5 running at 6400 MHz. Note this is soldered on memory. Storage is in the form of a 512GB PCIe Gen4 SSD in the M.2 2242 form factor. The AMD 7 Pro 6850U is a fraction behind the Intel i7 1280p and i7 11800H, but way ahead of the comparable i7 1265U. It even wins out against the Apple MacBook Air M2 chip. CPU performance is fully available even on battery mode. For our performance tests, we set maximum performance mode in Windows and disabled Lenovo's auto mode via function key and T combination. Benchmarking results also show excellent scores. Cinebench R23 testing produced a score of 9,239 multi-core and 1,491 in single-core. 3D Mark TimeSpy results came in with an overall score of 2,662, CPU score of 6,780, and a graphics score of 2,405. 3D Mark TimeSpy Extreme overall came in at 1,197, graphics score 1,077, and CPU score 3,260. PC Mark 10 had an overall score of 5,953. Geekbench 5.45 gave a CPU score 1,507 in single-core and 8,816 in multi-core and 34,620 in the compute benchmark. Superposition resulted in a score of 4,060. For the target market the Z13 is aimed at, performance is superb. Office and web-based applications are snappy and smooth. Running video conferencing or messaging through Teams, typing a report on Word, and listening to your music playlist in the background is a breeze. Tip: if you intend on using the Z13 as a heavy power user, buy the 32GB model if you can. Fan noise is kept silent the majority of the time thanks to the low power CPU and integrated graphics. The only time we managed to spin up the two small fans was during the 3D CAD benchmark test, and even then it was a low humming noise. The CPU dual fans and heat pipe does a fairly good job of keeping the Z13 chassis cool most of the time. When taxed heavily, the vent temperature went up to 48 Celsius or 114 Fahrenheit, and the bottom of the chassis was very warm to the touch. Inside we have an integrated AMD Radeon 680M based on the RDNA2 architecture and offers 12 CUs at up to 2.2 GHz. In benchmark scores, the 680M is on par with the RTX 3050 and above the Intel Iris Xe, MX450 and Nvidia GTX 1650 Ti. Overall, the AMD integrated graphics is excellent for general productivity. Note, as the GPU is integrated, it relies on the dual channel soldered on memory for its own usage. If you think of using this for creative work, you're better off getting a laptop with a dedicated GPU. The 680M GPU will allow you to play a spot of after-hours gaming in medium to high settings in 1080p, as long as the gaming title is not too taxing. For example, Cyberpunk 2077 struggled to play at more than 30 frames per second, but titles like Need for Speed Payback and Halo Infinite has smooth gameplay. The Z13 is not a gaming laptop but does have the bonus of playing most games. Inside we have a 51.5 watt-hour battery. Battery life takes a hit due to the OLED panel compared to the Z13 with the IPS low power display. In the video playback test, the battery lasted around 6.5 hours on 50% brightness and best power efficiency. With best performance mode, working on mixed office type tasks, battery life was around 5 to 6 hours, not quite a full workday. Luckily, with most modern laptops, the Z13 supports rapid charge up to 80% in 60 minutes with the 65 watt adapter. Lenovo have a wealth of security features for the Z13, not surprising as it's aimed at corporate users. Chip-level AMD Memory Guard enables system memory encryption to help reduce the threat of physical memory attacks. Microsoft Pluton security processors built into the AMD Pro CPU for security features at the core. There's a discrete trusted platform module, DTPM, match-on-chip MOC fingerprint reader, facial recognition with IR camera, and camera e-shutter kill switch F9 control key for webcam privacy. The good, the bad, and the really bad. Rapid Ryzen. The AMD CPU provides excellent performance without compromising on temperatures or fan noise. Combined with DDR5 memory and PCIe Gen4 SSD, it flies through anything thrown at it. Top-notch touchpad. Okay, it takes a bit of time to get used to the new Haptic Touchpad, especially if you're a ThinkPad user already, but the smooth glass touchpad is a joy to use once you get used to it. Gorgeous OLED. There's a lot to like about the display. Deep blacks, vibrant eye-popping colours, bright and wide viewing angles. 2 USB-C ports. You can argue a Type-A port, SD reader and a practical HDMI connector would be useful for most business users of the Z13. Look at the T14S Gen 3 instead for more ports. 4G only. If you live or work in an area with 5G, it would have future-proofed the Z13 a bit more. The X1 Nano Gen 2 has a 5G option, Having said that, you can still get great speeds with 4G LTE if you're lucky. Where's my 180-degree hinge? It's a minor point, but due to the new neat and tidy display hinge, the display won't fold flat like other ThinkPads, especially as the Z13 is aimed at business travellers who will be using this laptop on the go. Disappointing battery life. Most reviews of the Z13 with the IPS low power display model has long battery life. Our OLED model's battery life was disappointing, especially as it's an ultra portable aimed at taking it out of the office for your work, not lasting more than a workday without charging again. If you're in the market for a premium Ultrabook, what other laptops would you be looking at? In no particular order, here's some to consider. Dell XPS 13 Plus, HP Spectre X360-14, Asus ZenBook S13 OLED, Apple MacBook Air M2 chip, Huawei MateBook X Pro 2022, Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 2, Razer Blade Stealth 13, HP ZBook Firefly G9. Lenovo almost hit a home run with the ThinkPad Z13. Beautiful styling, well built and lightweight design. Once you get used to some of its oddities, an excellent keyboard for its dimensions and ultra smooth haptic touchpad. Performance from the AMD 6850U CPU and Radeon GPU is explosive considering it's aimed at business travellers or directors. The OLED display is stunning with vibrant colours and deep blacks. The glass touchscreen can be quite reflective in strong lighting conditions. The port selection's miserly if I'm nitpicking. Another HDMI or USB 4 port would have made it perfect. However, battery life takes a hit with the WQXGA Plus OLED screen. Not quite a full day considering it's an Ultrabook. If battery life is important, look at its sibling, the 6650U with a low power IPS display. Otherwise, the ThinkPad Z13 is a stylish Ultrabook with fantastic features. What do you guys think? Leave your comments and discuss below. Hope you guys enjoyed the review of the Lenovo ThinkPad Z13 laptop. Please click on the like button if you enjoyed this review video and subscribe if you would like to watch more of our tech videos. Thanks for watching. Cheers.